quickly, my name is Shalise. I'm American and I am one second. Sorry. I am American and I am the community officer for ESSCA International. So I work mostly on Instagram and TikTok and anything that has to do with social media. We're trying to build our social media and create a place that you guys would like to see and learn from. So if you have any ideas, if you have any kind of feedback you want to give, please feel free to let me know. We're always looking for ways to improve. So those of you who are not ESSCA students yet, if there's something you'd like to see on social media, please let us know in the chat and we can try to work something together. Outside of that, today we're going to be talking about undergraduate programs at ESSCA. So I am joined by 3 other undergraduate students, all on different campuses in ESSCA. So thank you to Gabrielle, Siwar, and Livia for joining us today. We originally had 4 students joining us, but unfortunately one of the girls could not join for personal reasons. So it'll just be the 4 of us today. So let's go around really quickly and let's introduce yourselves just so everyone can know who you are. Let's mention your name, of course, your home country, your program, the campus you're studying on. Let's start with Gabrielle. Can you please introduce yourself?
Yes, of course. So hi, my name is Gabriel. So I'm coming from Luxembourg. I'm currently in 2nd year of my studies at ESSCA in the PGE to PGE program. So on the Strasbourg campus. So I'm really happy to be with you.
Great. Thank you. Thank you for joining us
Welcome.
today. And Siwar, can you please introduce yourself?
Hello everyone, I am Siwar Nifati. I'm in Paris currently, studying the undergrad Bachelor in International Management. I am Tunisian originally, but I'm born and raised in Saudi Arabia, and I hope I can help you with anything today.
Great. Thank you, Siwar. And last, Livia, can you please introduce yourself?
Hello everyone, I'm Livian, I'm from Brazil and I'm in my 1st year of the Programme Grande École de PG in the campus of Lyon, and I'm an English track as well.
Great, thank you, Livia. So we have 1 student that is in Paris, 1 that is in Strasbourg, and the other that is in Lyon. So we have a nice range of you guys that are here to share your different experiences to see how maybe they might be the same or different. So as you can see, can you guys all see the slide that I have in the back that says undergraduate program? So of course, we have the Bachelor in International Management, and then we have the program Grande École. So I'll leave this slide up for a moment. So, for the Bachelor in International Management, we have the English track, which you can do in Angers, Budapest, Lyon, and Paris. Then you also have the option for the semester abroad in Budapest, Malaga, or Shanghai. And then for the Programme Grande École, you have the locations Angers, Lyon, or Paris. And then there's some more details there at the bottom. You have 3 years to build a deep understanding of global business, and then you have a postgraduate cycle as well. So if you'd like more information on that, I'll leave this window up. And I actually just lost the window where you guys are, so just 1 moment. Okay, there you guys are. You can still see my screen. Second. Okay, there we go. All right, so we're going to get started asking some questions to our students that we have here with us today. I have some questions just so the ones who are here in the webinar can learn a little bit more about your experience. So the first question that I have for you guys is, can you explain to us a little bit about the reason why you chose to study at ESSCA? We'll keep everything in the same kind of order that we did. So we'll start with Gabriel. Is it Gabriel or Gabriel? I'm not sure how to pronounce it.
Or you can say both, but Gabriel is
Okay.
maybe more appropriate, but no worries.
Gabriel, yes. Why did you choose to
so-
study at ESSCA?
So I choose to study at ESSCA. So I knew right from the beginning that I wanted to study in a business school. So the question was which one? So I went really on all, like we call us salon. So it's like you have all the
Fairs.
school. It's really massive. So I didn't know which school I will and I wanted, but I just went there, and I don't know why, but I just came up to this beautiful red stand, and I was like, wow, that's a big school. That's a school that sounds appropriate to me. So I talked a little bit with the people over there, and it was really, I don't know how to say it, but I felt like this was a little bit a family. So I knew at this point that this school was made for me. So I just had to pass the tests to get in the school, and I got them. So I was really happy. So it's really this family spirit that I really liked. So that made a difference for me.
Oh, great. I'm happy to know that that's one of the reasons you chose ESSCA, because it is true, we are a family here. Thank you for sharing. Siwar, can you tell us why you chose ESSCA?
So, as an international student, I didn't have the access to the fairs to talk exactly about the school. So, all I had was the internet and research on my own. My goal was to be in Paris. So, as we all know, there is a lot of competition in schools. But ESCA stood out to me because I got all the information laid out for me, and when I went to the social media directly, I want to see how the student life would be. Because as we all want, we don't want to have like a full on studying. We want to see what the school offers also as a student life. And I saw that there was a lot of posts about real life of students that are in ESCA, the bachelor programs, and whenever I asked for infographics or something to know more about to finalize my decision, ESCA was there, and like within the day I got the information all I needed, and I felt like they were welcoming. I felt like there was a warmth to join. It wasn't like if you came, you came. If you didn't, it's not a big problem. No, ESCA wanted the students to come. They wanted to attract them to come and enjoy what they are offering. So I really liked that part.
Well, great. We're so happy you chose to study with us, Siwar. And Livia, can you tell us why you chose to study at ESCA?
So, of course, I wanted a business school too, and I searched for it, and ESCA was there. So I saw the ranking was something that attracted me. But not only this, I also saw when I reached the school how welcoming the ESCA was, as was said previously. And for me, that was something that I value a lot, because when you feel welcome, when you feel valued, that attracts you to go. And whenever I needed help to ask about this or that, the people were very welcoming. They were very quickly in their answers, and that actually welcomed very much. And the fact that it had like a campus in Lyon, which was the city I was looking for, that attracted me as well. So it was more because of it.
Great. Thanks for sharing. So happy that you're here, of course. So we have no questions yet so far, so I will ask the question. I would like to know, you guys are all coming from different countries to France. What was the first few weeks coming to ESCA like for you? So you guys I'm sure you all have different experiences. We have Gabriel in Strasbourg. So what were those first few likes for you, Gabriel, in Strasbourg?
Wow! These first few weeks. So you have to know that the Strasbourg campus is really small. So we were like the first promotion, so the first students there. So it was, let's say, really special, because I was in a new school, in a new country, with new people. So it was really like, yes, special. But my first few week. So firstly, you've got the week of integration. So that was great. It was organized by the school. So what I don't really exactly remember how it was my first weeks, but I remember like discovering some a new culture and new people. So that felt really like enjoyable. It was really a special like feeling being in a new city with new people. So it was really nice. Moreover, the courses itself, we had so this first week, and then we had the first courses in all subjects. So at the start, I felt like, wow, maybe I will really don't I really maybe I don't really have the level for it, or I don't know. So it was a little bit stressful, but really quickly it was okay. I felt like okay, I had the level for it. The people were just so nice, and because it was like a really small campus, we could really exchange with the administration. So we also had this proximity with them. So so yes, exciting and also a little bit stressful, but positive stress. Let's say that was a positive stress, but really enjoyable.
Great. I'm glad you had a good first few weeks. What kind of integration activities did you do? Do you remember?
Yes, so it was like firstly, we had the Splash project, so it's like something from the school. That's all campus just have that. It's sort of building something for people in need. Like you're with your friends, and you have. We had two people coming. Their name was Gary and Paul. They are just constructor, and they come to help you. So they give you
Cool.
what you need, so plants, wood, and they help you build this. And we build this for people in need. It was for a school with handicapped people. So we worked with them. So it was really nice because you had this kind of thing where you work for the people with them. So you really know what you're doing, and you're doing
Mhm.
it with your new friends. So really special. That was the kind of activity that you will have on at ESSCA. So yes,
Well,
special
it
but nice.
yeah, it sounds really nice and fun. I'm glad you had a good experience. Simar, can you tell us a little bit about how things happened in the Paris campus when you first arrived?
So, for me, comparing like the Paris campus, it's like a medium-sized campus. Like we have two buildings, but compared to Angers, it's considered a small campus. Going in to the campus at the beginning, I felt nervous. You know, we hear the stereotypes: Parisians don't want to be friends with the strangers, les étrangers, and I was very nervous. But then I was culture shocked by the culture shock that people actually were friendly and everyone was talking with everyone. Like we would all sit in big circles, and we also had the integration week where we went to a big forest. It's called the Bois de Boulogne, and we did like a course of like activities. So you cannot pass from this level to this level, and it was such a big event that at the end it was raining, and we did like a slide with water. We were having like we were living the teenage life, but it's like we call it like the fresher week. It was such an insane experience. And in terms of acclimating to the studies, because I came from a culture of a Filipino school with an American curriculum, so it was very different from the French schools. But what was very intriguing to me and very surprising, that the teachers already were working in that profession, so they were talking to us by experience. They weren't talking to us just by a monologue. Here is this. No, they were telling us about their experience with working from L'Oreal to the working with Louis Vuitton, and it was such a big. It gave me the experience from far, but it gave you the knowledge. And to acclimate to the French system of schooling, the school makes it out for you that you understand what's going to happen in terms of exams, in terms of midterms, they make it so smooth for you that you don't feel the change. So I was so happy. Yet you got the butterflies in your stomach the moment that you enter to the school, the moment that you see your new classmates. And to be honest, right now my classmates were like friends and family. Like, we have dinners, we're talking about having secret Santas. And I think that was the best experience I've gotten from them.
Well, it sounds so fun to be in the Bois de Boulogne and do all of that, and it seems like you had a great experience. So again, very happy to know that you had a positive experience. What about you, Livia? How was it on the Lyon campus?
For me, it was actually very, very good because before I have studied in Lyon before, but like in engineering school, and I didn't like it at all. So when I came to ESSCA, I saw the completely different like environment. Like the first thing that I noticed was like the structure, like the classes, that everything was so clean, everything was so modern and like so comfortable. And I was like, oh my God, finally something that I feel, wow, that excited me a lot. And in my first week, I also met some people that are now like my best friends in ESCA. So I'm totally happy with that. Concerning the classes, I liked very much because the teachers, as said previously, they talk to you. It's not a monologue. It's not a monologues. You interact a lot. You don't feel like you're gonna sleep in any moment. Of course, there are classes and classes, but when you really like the subject, it's very difficult. And I really find them very interesting. And for me, it was more like that. Like now, I have a lot of friends. Of course, it's not everyone, but I'm really happy with the people I have now, and I'm happy with the school and everything that I'm studying right now.
Great. Thanks, Livia. Thanks for sharing. I'm also so happy to know that all three of you had a good experience. Let's start with Livia now. Livia, can you tell me how it's been, transitioning to a place where they don't speak English here? What is your French level? How do you feel being in France? Tell us a little bit about that part of it. Any difficulties, any challenges or good things with the language barrier?
So I already spoke French before. So I speak French, but I'm the English track because before I wanted to cancel Strasbourg, but then I changed because
Okay.
like it was other things, but I was like, no, I'm gonna go to Lyon. That was crazy. And then they said, oh, we only have English track. I was like, okay. And but people in the English track, they really like make an effort to speak English with you, so there's no problem at all because they actually like to speak English.
Okay.
And that's very, very good. And if you want to like learn French with them, they're gonna be really happy to help. That's what they do with me. Like if I make some mistakes, they're like, it's not that. But like of course with like kindness, so don't worry.
Good. That's great. What about you, Sivar? How was it? What was your French level? What is it today? How was your transition to being in France?
Well, for me, I had a very different experience. I came with zero French. All I know is bonjour, je veux un baguette. That's it. All I know is I want to get bread or croissant. That was my level of French. But in a way, I feel like my French friends, because I had a mixture of French people in my class, and I was talking also with the French track on the bachelor program, and I feel like they adopted me as if I was a child, and they were keep on teaching me every day how to speak French and how to say this and how to say that, and correcting my mistakes. But ESSCA also didn't make me feel like I needed to not know French. They were like, there is everything that you would need in English. If you need this, there is in English. And if there is no English, they would have someone to translate you next to you. So like even the classmates got your back. So right now my level in French is actually very good compared to what I had. I can speak fluently right now, and it's all because of like the collaboration that we did with my French friends. They would teach me some words in English. I would in French. I would teach them some words in English, and we keep on interchanging the languages. And it was such a great experience.
Well, that's great. It's always helpful to find nice French people, like you said, that are willing to help with the language. And Gabriel, I'm assuming French is your native language. I
Yes.
don't know if that's okay. So do you have
Yes.
anything to comment on this subject? Has being at ESSCA helped you improve your English, or have you met some other people that are in a situation like Siwar, for example? It's okay if you don't have it.
So yes, I'm French, but I'm also Luxembourgish, so I have this double nationality. So yes, I hadn't got any challenges for the language, but no, I don't have the chance to have someone that has really difficulties in my class because, as I said, the Strasbourg campus is really small. But yeah, like it has been said by Sierra, if you have any difficulties, I know that the people will help you, and that's the case for this year because we have 2 or 3 international students, and at the start they were really struggling with the language, but now I feel like it's better. The people are helping them. They are not judging them because if you try your best, how can you just want something for the people? So
Yeah.
no, you're trying your best and it's okay. You can't do everything perfectly right from the start, so it's normal, and don't worry about this. We will help you.
Oh, that's great advice. That's very nice. And by the way, I forgot to mention this before we started, but our 3 students here are international student ambassadors. So you are able to contact them if you have any specific questions. If you don't feel comfortable asking in this webinar for whatever reason, and you want to ask a specific question by mail, just feel free to send me an email or write it in the chat, and I can connect you with one of them. This is my email. So if you guys want to connect with one of our student ambassadors here to know a little bit deeper about their experience, you can just email me and I can connect you with them. So let's start with Gabrielle again. I would like to know, in what ways do you feel like your time at ESSCA is helping you, whether it's professionally or personally? In what ways is your experience, studying at this school, pushing you to get closer to your goals?
Yes, so a good question. And so I'm currently the student union president because they needed one for the first year on the new campus. So I wanted to do it because I felt like I could do it. I could help the campus and the school. So, and I got voted. So I got voted. So now I'm the president. And I may be also the president for the next year. So people are really happy with me. I'm
Great,
trying
you're
my
famous.
best. Oh, famous, I wouldn't say that, but I'm doing my best.
Yeah, that's great.
But no, yes. So my goal is just to be an entrepreneur. That's what I want to be afterwards, after the school. So for now, as a president, I really have this kind of work because I'm working with a team. That's what you get afterwards when you develop yourself, when you develop your products, when you're an entrepreneur. I also got this partnership with all the NEU. I have all everything is to build in this new campus, so that's what I'm doing every day. So it's really nice, and for me, it's a form of doing what I will do afterwards with my friends for now. So I'm really happy with that. I'm also working a lot with the administration of the school. I'm working a lot with all the schools because for now we are a little school, so we have to work with everyone. So it's really interesting and really challenging for now. That's how ESSCA helped me to overcome the challenges and to get closer to them.
Great. It sounds like you have some good positive challenges in your life and you're really putting yourself out there to get where you want to go. So that's really great. Thanks for sharing. Um, Siwar, can you please tell us a little bit about how ESSCA is helping you get to your career goals, or any exciting, good, positive challenges, or
So, for me, what's very important, because I had I had a choice as an English speaker to go to American schools and those things. But what ESCA does better than all of these schools is that it gives you internships between the first year and the third year where I'm currently at. It makes you have an internship so you can build your career while you're studying. So once you are in that section in your life, you're searching for a job after being a bachelor or a chronicle, you would not be stuck because you already have a base experience. And that's how they help you understand what you would want to work at, because they make you explore the companies and everything. And with that being said, I also was a delegate, which is like a representative in the first year, where we had to have a lot of communication with our class and understand what's their problem and relate to our office and have appointments. And whenever there is an issue, we would want to solve it. And with that being said, that made me want to become part of the ambassador program, where I am right now. And it makes me feel like I can showcase what's going on in reality without any filters, without sugarcoating that this is how ESSCA is. And the challenge is to how to relay it in such a perfect way, because that's how we are. And with all of that, I did an exchange year in Budapest and ESCA. I didn't even have that in my career. I wasn't even thinking about that. But there was an offer for a whole year instead of just one semester abroad. And I took it without thinking. And honestly, I experienced the most wonderful campus. It was a small campus, but it felt like a big, big family. Whenever there is a problem with visas and everything, they helped us. They helped me a lot. I had a problem with visas to go to Budapest, but they helped me extremely. And I feel like it was such a experience to have it, to put it in your CV so you can showcase that you've went internationally. And that's the goal of being an international student. You have to have the international experience. And that's how like the challenges in like acclimating to all of these, to know how to correlate it to my work and everything.
yeah, great. Thanks for sharing, Siwar. And Livia, can you tell us a little bit about how ESSCA is putting you in a position to reach your goals, and do you have any good challenges that you've experienced?
So first, I'm gonna tell personally, because with ESSCA, I felt that my personality could like expand instead of like going like that,
Yeah.
which was happening before. That's why I changed the program and everything. And now
Okay.
I'm much happier. I feel like that my soft skills and a lot of skills are like developing. And another thing is like with work group, because we do a lot of work group in ESSCA, so that like you do the time and that you're gonna get better and better. So I think this is something that like makes us like work, of course.
Mm-hmm.
And another thing is the ESSCA Junior Conseil, which is like the entreprise junior of ESSCA, which I joined um, has a little time. So this is really like putting me in the professional environment that I have never been before. And as a student of the first year, that's very much challenging because you feel really like lost but excited at the same time. But it's really I don't know how to say it in English, but I know this enrichissant. Like
It's
very
enriching.
enriching, exactly. It's
Yes.
enriching, and you can already like build your career, as was said before as well. So I think that is like for me one of the biggest challenges, because you feel like, oh my God, now things are for real, and like it's for real since the first year. And that's for me what I would say that is the most challenging.
Great. Well, it seems like you all are experiencing positive challenges that are pushing you out of your shell and helping you to become business people, which is why you're here, right? Business professionals. So we had a question about the Grande École program. So I will let Gabrielle or Livia answer this. So how did you get accepted into the program? Can you tell us a little bit about how that went? whichever one of you feels more comfortable. Livia, Gabrielle?
Oh, I can go ahead, no problem.
Okay. Tell us how you got, what was the process of applying and getting admitted, if you can tell a little bit of details about the requirements.
Yeah, sure. So I applied online. So you can apply online. That's what I have done. Then they will ask you some specific. They will ask for documents. How I shared them really quickly. Then they just analyze what the document that you shared. They asked me about my diploma, and then they just look at the grade that you got. I don't know if they compare it to the others, but for me it went great because they just invited me afterwards to just to a speaking with one of the person. So then you have like it's like I think it's like a 15 minutes or a half hour discussion that you've got. They ask you questions about the school, about your projects, why do you want to join the school, what are the maybe the challenges that you want that you are facing right now that you want to change in the future, what's your projects. They also ask some questions about like the actuality, like about the newspaper. So watch out for this. Just be
Be
know what's
aware.
going on. Yes,
Yeah.
know what's going on, and that was it. And then they are sending you a mail. I got the mail by just telling me, great, you are accepted. So I I just don't remember if you have to choose the campus before or after. I'm sorry for that. I don't remember. But yes,
Livia says
maybe say
before.
yeah.
Yeah. Do you have any,
Before?
thank you for
Okay.
sharing, Gabrielle. Do you have anything else to add to what he said, Livia?
For me, it was like that too. I did online when I was in Brazil. And one thing that I don't know, I'm not really sure if you mentioned, but for me, they made me do 2 interviews, one in French and one in English, so they could test my French level. And I think because since Gabriel already speaks like French, they thought like, oh, we don't need to. But since I'm not from France or anything else, like they made me do it. But as well, you need to, for me at least, I needed to give a recommendation letter from one of my teachers from high school, and also do like a motivation letter. But it's totally okay. It's not like a
Okay.
someone
Great. And Arisa asked about the Lyon campus for international students. So I guess, yeah, how does it feel to be an international student on the Lyon campus? Do you feel supported? Was it easy to make friends? You answered this a little bit more, but if you have anything to add, please do.
So the campus of Lyon, there's a lot of international students, but I don't see them that much. But they are because they really like mixed with the French people. So sometimes it's difficult to see who's the international, who's the not. But in my English track, for example, it's a bit unusual. There's only me and a Turkish guy. But I know, for example, in the English track of the 3rd year, there's a lot of international students, like there are Germans, there are people from Netherlands. I think there's an American girl too that I met before. And most like that. And there's a lot of also international teachers. I have my financial accounting teacher is Chinese, for example.
Okay.
So yeah. Great.
So I guess it's a good overall experience as being an international student then. Great. So Siwar, since they shared a little bit about how they got accepted into the Grande École program, can you tell us a little bit about how you got accepted into the bachelor program? Let me go to the bachelor slide.
So for the bachelor program, I think it was a little bit easier from them We didn't need what it was is that I had to send my transcript. I applied online. They asked me some questions within the income and everything, and then they asked me about my transcript of my school. But the transcript, you have to keep your 3 years transcript, so it's like all the high school year scores. For me, it wasn't mandatory, but I had an IELTS test for English because you're going to have to redo a test in the first year, which is the TOEFL one. And then they sent me like, are you free for an interview in this day? I had an interview for 30 minutes, 40 minutes. It was actually, you don't feel it. It was such a very acceptable feeling. I didn't even feel nervous. And
Oh, good.
after that with a week, I got accepted, and I didn't need to write a motivation letter. But you have to know before you register which campus you would like to go to. So you say it in an interview, you'd like to go to the Paris one because of what reasons, and they would see where to take you. And actually, it was such a very easy application, but it was very not nerve wracking. It was the easiest one I've done, actually.
Oh, good. Well,
Yeah.
that's great. It seems like you guys had a positive experience going through the admission process. I know it can be a scary time for a lot of prospective students, so it's good to know you had a good experience here. So we have about 10 minutes left. We'll go until 6:45. So I have another question. I want you guys to think about one of your favorite parts about being a student at ESSCA. So what are one of your favorite parts about being a student, or maybe a specific moment that was one of your favorite parts? And then after you share that, I want you to tell me why you recommend ESSCA to prospective students, okay? So whoever's ready first can go first. So you are.
So I come from a country where, food is such a it's such a warm thing to say, like to give to people, and like to share food is such a very big connection. And my best two moments was, I was in the campus of Budapest, and they have, how can we say it, it's like a food competition. You cook something that you carry out, like it's something inspired from your country or something you can cook, and bring it and do a competition. So I've done like the first time I've joined this competition, I did an apple crumble because ESSCA Budapest sent us to an apple garden, and we picked out apples for ourselves, and they paid for the apples. So I had like almost 20 kilos of apple in my house, so I had to finish them. And I finished them with a big apple crumble, and I made it like in a special way, like close to heart with Tunisians. Like it had orange blossom and caramels and a lot of things.
Ooh,
And it won second place. And then I got more
nice.
motivation. I felt so happy that people liked my food. I I joined the last competition, which was at the end of the year. It's like a goodbye party, but it's a competition of food. And I made like a special with potato hamra and everything. It's a very spicy potato with like two dips. One is inspired by Greece, and the other one is inspired by Tunisia.
Ooh,
And I won first place, and they gave us cakes, and
wow.
everyone was sitting with each other. And honestly, it made me realize that our experience is so much different from other schools. Like, you wouldn't expect a business school to just have a cooking competition laying around, and they would give you a big cake as a gift. And it was from the most beautiful, like, it was from a special place in Hungary, that this cake, you cannot find it anywhere other than Hungary. And I felt like that moment a warmth, because I am far away from my family, so we don't have the exchange of food that we usually do. But like ESSCA Budapest and ESSCA Paris made me feel like, this teacher could be like such a mom figure, or that teacher could be such like a mentor, and you would feel so safe. Like I would never be on the looks if something happens to me. Like, I leave my bag in the class and I go eat, and then I come back up and my bag is untouched, everyone is around it, nothing is happening. And we're talking about Paris. So it is a very safe community. It is a safe place for you to be who you want to be, who you are.
That's wonderful. And congratulations on your wins. It looks like you maybe have a side hustle of cooking on that you can maybe explore. That's great. Let's see, who would like to go next? Can you tell us about one of your memorable experiences at ESSCA, your favorite part? Anybody? Gabrielle, Livia? Livia.
So for me, it's still about the ESSCA Junior Conseil, because with them, like the first time I joined them, I felt really like a family stuff, like which I didn't really feel with my class. Like, of course, my class are my friends, but like there you felt like, oh my gosh, they are really close and they are bringing me to this world of professionalism and family at the same time. And I was like, okay, that's so cool. And now every Thursday we go to do like our rendezvous, choses comme ça, and things like that. And we share like food too. We share food, and I think that's really cool too. Like like the president, she buys something, like for example panettone, and we eat, and then we share stuff from our private lives, if you want, of course, and we share things from the studies we are making, the clients. And this week I'm gonna go with them to Paris to like an event of ESSCA Junior Conseil, and I think that's gonna be a night that won't be unforgettable too. So I'm really excited. I think ESSCA has still a lot of time to bring me a lot of unforgettable moments, and I'm really excited for it because I have been really, really, how can I say, with a lot of joy inside. I'm really excited. Just that.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
yeah, maybe you and Siwar can meet when you go to Paris. You guys can stay in contact. Well, it sounds like food is bringing you guys a lot of joy at ESSCA. What about you, Gabrielle?
I won't say anything about food, I'm sorry. Even if, yes, in France you have really good food, some really good specialities, but you will discover it. Um, but no, I would speak more about the events because yes, we have, like I have said, we have like the really strength that we are a small campus, so we really know each other so well. So that's really something that I couldn't imagine before coming at ESCA. Is insisting on the family because now we're really a family with all my class, and so it's really, really a great joy when you come in. There, everyone is laughing. So it's really nice. It's really the spirit of a family. Everyone is helping each other. So I'm also really good in German. I have a German high school diploma.
Wow.
So I helped all my colleagues do their maybe. I helped them with German. They helped me with mathematics because I'm not really good in mathematics. So it's really that thing that you exchange what you are the best in, and it's really like a spirit, a family spirit in activities. What we have done, we had some a laser game, we had karting, and that's things that you can do only at ESCA, you know, like activities with your friends that are paid by the school. So even greater if even if you have to give some little like 15 euros, maybe 20, but everything is taken by the school. So it's really special, and yes, it's really about that family thing that I'm really proud of.
Great. Well, it sounds like you guys have had wonderful experiences. I'm so happy to know that you are enjoying your time at ESSCA and you're feeling welcomed and you're having fun and trying new things. So just to wrap it up really quickly, in a few words, can you say why you would recommend ESSCA to these 7 or more prospective students who are thinking about attending? Who would like to go first? Siwar.
So for me, it is if you're actually looking for a place where it's not only about studying, where it is majorly you're gonna study a lot, but if you're looking also for a family feeling, or you're looking for a place where it can accept you for who you are, ESSCA is the best place that you would go to, because not only that they accept you for who you are, but they also grow your business life. They grow your CV. They maintain everything that you would need to have a stable working career after you finish studying from bachelor to PGE. So they are like they give you the push to get out of your outer shell and become the best version of yourself. So that's why I really recommend ESCA.
That's wonderful. Thank you so much for sharing, Siwar. Who would like to go next? Gabrielle or Olivia? Why would you recommend ESSCA? Ladies first, maybe?
So I would recommend ESSCA because first it gives you a lot of opportunities, and if you know how to use it, it's gonna like bring you to places that you don't even know how. And I think that's very cool because there's the associations, there's the junior enterprise, there's like the ambassador, the national and internationals, and you have meetings with people that are like have already like business experiences. And if you have the lab too, the labs, for example, I don't know if I said before, but the lab is they do experiments with students, and depending on your answers, you're gonna be given like a amount of money. It's really good. So like there's a lot of opportunities everywhere, and everyone of the staff of ESSCA is very welcoming and very attention. So I would recommend mostly because of it.
Great. Thank you for sharing. And Gabrielle?
Yes, if I had to do a summary, I will say that it's not only, yes, you have some courses and you'll learn something theoretical, but you have also this really like experience where Siwa just talked a little bit about it, like growing as a man or a woman. So it's really like more than just a school, if you want. It's a little bit a new life experience that it grows your network. It makes you become the best version of yourself, and yeah, it's just growing. And for me, it's just like a family. It's not the best school in terms of ranking or what you need. But you have time for you. All the people that I met there were just great. You have time to do your projects. You can grow yourself. So it's really nice. So that's why I would really recommend ESSCA over maybe another school. It's for this really special thing that ESSCA has got.
That's great. Thank you. Yeah, that's something that you can't always find anywhere. So thank you so much for sharing your experiences. It's been so nice hearing about your time at ESSCA and what you've been doing and the fun, exciting things that you guys are excited about. So thank you for participating in this webinar. So for the 7 students that have attended, don't forget that I left my email in the chat. It's shalise.curie@esca.fr. If you want to contact Olivia, Siwar, or Gabrielle to ask a few more specific questions, I can definitely put you in contact with them. So just send me an email and I can arrange how you guys can talk together. And before we leave, I just want to make sure, does anyone else have any questions? If you have any other questions, please put it in the chat. I will wait 1 minute before we finish. Any more questions, just let us know. Otherwise, I think you guys did a wonderful job sharing about your experiences. So thank you for being here. And thank you for being part of the ambassador program and representing your school, of course.
Thank you very much, Shalizi. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm just giving 1 more minute to see if anyone, thank you. 1 more minute to see if anyone has any other questions. And then we can wrap it up. So there will be a recording available that we will send out and make sure everyone. Oh, yes, Vivi was writing something. Thank you, Vivi. So it looks like we don't have any more questions. So like I said, we will have the recording available for anyone to rewatch. I will share that with you guys afterwards. Yazir, thank you. Thank you for joining us. See someone else typing. Let's just see what they say before we sign off. Ariza's typing. Thank you. Thank you, Alexandre. Thanks for coming. Is there a scholarship for international students? We have a few scholarships available. I can put the link. Vivi, do you mind putting this link to the scholarship options? I don't know if Vivi can hear me. I think she can. She's going to put the link for the scholarship options there. All right, so you can find information about the scholarships there. Don't hesitate to go to international.essca.fr to find any and all information you need for programs and becoming a student. You can find everything there. And if you haven't already, make sure you're following us on social media at ESSCA International. That is where we'll post updates, and we're focused on posting more about student life and everything that everyone is up to. So you might see some familiar faces there of the students who joined us today. So again, thank you. I'm going to stop the recording, and I hope everyone has a good night, okay? Take care, everyone. Goodbye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Goodbye. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Thanks, everyone. Bye. Thank you.